Yeah, I would say that there's many challenges that we're going to face as an industry, in particular regulatory and legislative threats. I really think that the reality is we're going to have some tax issues that we're going to have to fight. Let's face it, Washington is looking for some tax dollars, and we certainly need to be able to defend our products. I think also regulatory-wise, I think we're going to see some changes, and we've already seen compliance be something that continues to grow and grow and grow and grow, and many of us are having to hire additional staff and employees to help us get through that paperwork jungle that we deal with every day. I think that regulatory changes will be coming as well. I don't know that they're ever going to be something that stops. And so those two things are probably the biggest things, legislative and regulatory, that I think we're going to have to face. I also think as an industry, we need to get better at making changes to our practices so that we're prepared for the future instead of always running to try to catch up. Consumers are changing, the industry's changing, and as advisors, I believe that we need to catch up and then get out ahead of it a little bit if we can. We need to obviously stay in the business, and so whatever we got to do to innovate and make changes to our own practices is probably in everyone's best interest. I think social media is here to stay. Some companies, my broker-dealer, for example, has made it easy for me to use social media. At first they said absolutely not, you can't use it. Now we've figured out a way to use it and still be compliant. So that's something I think we have to embrace. That's where consumers go. They go to the web, they go to the internet for advice and opinions from other people that they know. And so we've got to embrace that. Technology is another thing. We need to be more efficient at what we do. If we're going to try to keep up with all the paper, we need to have ways of reducing the time that we spend with paper. And so there's a lot of software programs out there that really help you in that regard. And so all of those types of things, changing our practices to be more prepared to not only deal with the things that we have to get done, but also deal with consumers and the changing consumer, I think are important.
There's work to be done?
They're changing slowly. I think there's a lot of work to be done. It's interesting, we had a chance to visit with the JAFA, the Japanese Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, at the NAILBA convention in September, and about 70% of their sales force are female. And it's very different here in the US. So I think we're starting to see more and more women. We need to start seeing more and more multicultural advisors stepping into this role because the consumer demographic is changing, and so a lot of people want to work with someone who looks like them. And so as an industry, we need to do a better job of attracting the females, multicultural individuals to this profession so that we can serve the consumers that are out there.